Just when the 10th Fast and Furious movie was finally starting production, just days later, it hit a snag. Now, Justin Lin, who's directed most of the movies, especially the fifth one, and I think the seventh one as well, all of a sudden has decided to step down as director. And he got the support from Universal Pictures, so the decision for Justin Lin to step down as director of the 10th Fast and Furious movie, otherwise known as Fast X, no longer going to be part of the project, but he will stay on as producer. So, of course, it's going to be one of those creative differences reasons for stepping down on the project. Now, this might not be shocking for most people who have seen this sort of situation before with past films and Fast and Furious, but sources close to the situation are saying that Vin Diesel's behavior is part of the reason. So many are blaming Vin Diesel for having Justin Lin to step down, and this is strange. I mean, although Vin Diesel is also like a producer on the film, but I thought like they seem to have worked well together in the past. So what happened early on is strange, especially since like they're supposed to film scenes with the UK production unit, and while there are other production unit in other countries waiting for things to get going. So yeah, part of the problem is that he shows up late. He doesn't always have his lines memorized, and he always looks like he's out of shape. So that kind of disruptive behavior on set hasn't really helped Justin Lin. And plus, like, although as a producer he does have creative input, he can be too controlling with his role on trying to perfect the films. So I understand it. In his absence of not having a director, it did cost Universal Pictures between $600,000 to $1 million just to find a replacement for a new director. Thankfully, it didn't take too much long. They finally did. The announcement has made that Louis Leterrier. Most people know that name from the Incredible Hulk film from 2008, MCU's second film, and Transporter 1 and 2 action films starring Jason Statham, will now helm the directorial role for Fast X. So now he's got to be the new director for the film as well. But what's crazy about this whole situation is that Justin Lin is willing to walk away from a deal that around $10 to $20 million. Like, no one will walk away from that kind of money unless someone's basically unhappy and fed up with a work situation with producers and so forth, or any cast members. But that's exactly what happened between Lin and Vin Diesel. And at the same time, trying to integrate new casting members with Jason Momoa as an antagonist for the film, Brie Larson, Mark Ruker, and among other new cast members joining Fast X movie for the 10th Fast and Furious movie. So for the other two actors, I don't know what their roles are, but we will know in time. And of course, there's going to be a trailer and all that good stuff. So yeah, Aqua Momoa is back. This time as a bad guy. How about that? But yeah, I mean, to walk away from a directorial job that would have made you between 10 to 20 million dollars. I mean, listen, no one is crazy to do that. Unless someone really is interfering with your job and making things difficult, I get that. It's not an easy business. So I understand it. And it could be very long and exhausting when producers kind of like step in and want to have their say so over the directors and what should happen, what should not happen. Cut this scene. Don't want to cut that scene. Change those lines. Want those lines. So it's more uncommon than most people think. When it all looks perfect, sounds all right, it's like, whoa, wait. But look, I wanted to walk away because, well, he said so. He wanted this, he wanted that. Not letting me do my job. And it's more common than you think. It happened with even Sam Raimi's Spider-Man films. It happened with MCU projects. You know, it shows on those DC films. It shows on maybe some other major IP films that maybe I don't have in mind, but it's, again, like it's not rare. So yeah, I remember like even Deadpool 2 as well. Tim Miller walked away from Deadpool 2 directorial work, creative differences with Ryan Reynolds, and someone stepped in, forgot the name, but yeah, so it's common in those action films. But hopefully, like with Louis Leterrier experience in directing major action films, he could bring some excitement to Fast X. And, we'll find out more as the months go on, and, will the trailers reflect on that excitement? It shall be known.